everyone, today I'm reviewing this brand new French action movie just dropped on Netflix called Co. And this movie, it is directed by Antonio Blasier. And this movie, it is centers around, we see this MMA fighter. He's kind of like this giant guy actually in this movie. Kind of like looks like a Dwayne Johnson, if I'm being honest here. He's really tall and heavy. And we see this movie opens with when he accidentally kills his MA rival guy, and after killing him, of course, he feels so guilty, and he goes to his, like, the guy, the deceased guy, to his wife and kids to apologize. And we see that his wife and kids was really angry at him. And later on, we see that guy he killed in this movie, his son goes missing, and the wife comes to him and asks him to find their kids, the guy who killed in this movie. Of course, he agreed to find him because, he feels so guilty in this movie. So this movie, also we see this detective, she's been doing investigation for this drug and everything. And wow, this movie, it has some creepy, wow, like so many violent fight happening. And some of this corpse, this movie shows you the way they are beaten up and they are cut through in this movie. It shows you the imagery. Wow, I was like, just like, it's really very violent, and which I did not see it coming. And yeah, so of course, when this detective, she was doing this investigation for the drug and everything, somehow we see this detective and this guy, they meet and they try to do the investigation together to find that boy who went missing in this movie. That is this movie centers around. So this movie, I thought overall it was quite interesting, I must say. Like at first act, I was not sure because, as I said, some of this, like the dead body, they look violently killed here. Man, the way it was shown in this movie, I was just like, what? They show you a lot. Some of the action scene in this movie is just like damn bloody and violent. However, even so, but it's done very nicely because Antonio Blasier, he's very good action movie director. So if you've seen his other movie, he's really good at it. So this movie's, all the action scenes are really, really good. And some of these scenes is a very greedy feel to it. However, I feel like personally, I really like in this movie is the center actor, the guy who is the MMA fighter, like who looks like Dwayne Johnson. I thought his character was quite likable, and you really believe his guilt, like the guilt he's feeling for killing the guy, So I thought he did really good job, and you really like him in this movie. So you believe his struggle, the guilt he's feeling, which is a really big thing in any movie. So this movie has interesting characters that you like them. And Detective Lady, her storyline, at first it was a little cheesy, I suppose, but as the movie went on, both of these characters, they had good chemistry with each other. You believe their struggle and the investigation they're doing here. Overall, I really like this movie, I must say. It had interesting characters that I liked. However, all the drug investigation and the way it was done, maybe some of this twist and turn is, like I say, a little bit predictable. But still, I feel like this movie had interesting plot line and how everything comes together. There's some decent twist and turn that it is quite overall. It's a interesting popcorn flick movie on Netflix. Like a lot of people will enjoy this because of the acting is good, characters are likable, and action scenes are really good. That is the thing. So the action scenes always in French movie, they're always very well done, I feel like personally, but often they lack character depth and everything. But this movie really brought some interesting character development and the points here that I personally was surprised. Usually, most of their action movies are just action. I always praising their action scenes are very well done here. However, this movie I felt like it was an interesting character journey to find, and especially the way it's end of this movie, you feel good that he found that boy and brought back. I guess this is spoiler. Brought back to his mom. So this movie finishes on good note. So knowing Netflix, I could see they're making part two for this. I don't know if part two will be as good as this one. So this is I liked. I feel like a lot of people will enjoy this. And let me know in the comment, did you like all the fighting scene in this? Because I thought some of this fighting scene good, and especially the lead actor. So he's so huge, really believable. I feel like yeah, he could kill someone instant. Like he's really huge and big guy. But he was a good guy. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed this review, watch other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Please take care.